Welcome back to Life Leadership with Alex Urbina, right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. We're sitting in studio with Jennifer Molina, mother of two and businesswoman. Before we went on a break, you were saying that one of the issues that you're having is finding enough energy to give to your, is it daughters? Or you have two daughters? Your two daughters, and making time for business and probably for your husband as well, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially for my husband.
I'm sure he probably pays the price.
By the time we're done, yes. By the time I'm done doing bedtime stories and, tucking them in, making sure they're asleep and checking my emails, etc. It's, time to sit on the couch and watch our special show or something with my husband, and it's just a little draining.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that, another thing that I remember going through the process early on in my journey of transformation and personal development is, I think that I remember having a concept of like energy, like how do I have enough energy to give away to everybody, right? How do I have enough to give to my kids, give enough to my wife, give enough to my mom, to my sisters? How do I be a great brother, a great husband, a great father, and all that kind of stuff? But what I've noticed is if you don't focus on that you don't have enough and you just come from a place of giving, you'll always replenish yourself. Okay. So what I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing, right? So I'm going to permission to coach you here.
Yes.
What I'm hearing is that you have a belief that you don't have enough to give.
Yes.
Hey, I have that belief too.
Is that right? You have a belief that you don't have enough to give.
Right.
What if you started to tell yourself that you do have enough, that you are all giving, and that your love is abundant?
I'm sure that
and that the more you give, the more that you have to give.
That's right.
So what if you just changed your beliefs? What if you just started creating new beliefs about yourself and had somebody call you on it? Like what if you had a coach or a friend that every time that you would whine and complain about not having enough energy, they'd go, hey,
be quiet.
Well, not be quiet. They just redirected you to, of course you have it. You get that from me all the time, right, Bryce?
I do.
Probably more than anybody around here. Yeah. Always having someone to call you on it. So maybe if you just started to catch yourself and be conscious of the words that you're using and some of the things that you're saying, like, man, I don't have enough, and you catch yourself and go, don't do that. Don't say that, right?
There's power in our words.
Absolutely. Because every time you want to vent or complain about not having enough time or energy, what do you think you're creating?
Negativity.
You're creating more of not having energy and time, and that it's going to be a stretch for you, right?
Right. Something just landed for me that you said, Alex, because I've never thought of not having enough love. Like, love for me is, there's an abundance of it in my heart, there's an abundance of it, and like if when me and Joey at some point decide to have a second child, I feel like I'll love that second child as much as I love my first. I'm sure you feel that way, right, Jennifer? You never thought of like, if we have a second child, I'm not going to have enough love, like I'm going to run out of it.
I didn't know what to think when I was pregnant with my second daughter. I was really scared, number one, because I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I loved this one little girl like more than anything in the world, and how can I possibly have more love to share with a new one? And it worked out. I mean, you love them the same, and they're a part of you, and it's the same feeling.
It's like your heart just grows.
Okay,
so I'm thinking if I had the same concept of time that I do of love. Wow. Like I've never doubted that I couldn't create more love in my life because that I have enough love and that there's an abundance of love in my heart and in the universe. That's just a given for me. That's a belief, right? But I have doubted that I have enough energy or enough time. And so if I started thinking about time and energy the way I think about love, there's an abundance of love. And that if somebody else shows up, I'll have enough space in my heart for them. Somebody else shows up, I'll have enough energy to be able to give to them. I'll have enough time to be able to give to them, or I'll create enough. It's in a different space. That I'm not counting it down.
Let's break this down for a moment. What do you mean when you say, I don't feel like I have enough energy to give?
I just feel like I'm already exhausted when I'm walking through that door.
Okay.
And, I have two little ones that expect the same routine. They want, they don't want me to skip anything. They don't want me to skip story time. They don't want me to skip milk time. They don't want me to skip Barney time. They don't want me to skip anything. They just want to be in the same routine. And it's a little exhausting when it's 9 p.m. and they're finally down. I finally get a chance to sit for 1 minute, check my emails, check voicemails or whatever I didn't get a chance to check throughout the day, and then still have to have the energy to sit with my husband on the couch and watch our special show and just have bonding time.
Okay. What if you replace the word energy with love? Then what would happen?
Then I'd have enough of it.
Oh, wow. What a concept.
Because it would be like, okay, I have enough love to sit with my child and read the Barney stories, and have enough love. And then when I put them down, then have enough love to check my emails, and then have enough love to sit with my husband.
Correct.
It's a different, even as you're saying
Now, what if I told you that love is energy? Then what would happen?
Then it'd be great.
All right, great. So here we go. Love is energy.
Awesome.
So get committed to loving your kids when you get home. Get committed to loving your husband when you get home. And get committed to loving yourself when you get home. And all the energy will just follow. It'll follow your intention to love the people that you love most in life. And you'll slowly start to let go of the conversation or the belief that you don't have enough time or energy to give to everybody. Love is abundant. Love just keeps going. The more you give it away, the more you got.
Right.
And you got to just practice that. You got to. It's a constant practice of consciousness too, and constantly being aware of yourself.
Yes.
You might want to write down little sticky notes to yourself and put them all over in your car.
Love.
Put them in your car and just to remind you of what you're committed to.
Love is energy. Love is time. It's all perfect. Yeah. So when we get back from the break, we're going to be talking about more. Alex just brought up how to take care of ourselves. Also, like, hello, we didn't even talk about you taking care of you, Jennifer. So when we get back, we'll talk about that. You're listening to Life Leadership with Alex Urbina right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.